keep on hearing. Butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Take a look in a book, reading rainbow. I can do anything. It's like nostalgia. It's like what once was before that isn't anymore, but it still carries great memories and it has substance. Reading Rainbow was one of those things from my childhood, y'all. Right? And yeah, it took me places. It made things magical. It created a rate in my imagination that allowed me to be at a state within myself that said, what possibilities aren't infinite if I could literally just be at a rate where I could read, or I could pour in, where I could learn, where I could be open to. And Spirit has been calling us to be open, you know, open at this point. And sometimes it be difficult to be at that rate because it's like scary, when you are walking into the unknown and trying to figure out in this bag that I've kept. Ashe, Spirit. I thank you. This is Star with the Star Blooms. My apologies, y'all. Um, this is Star with the Star Blooms. And thank you to my teammate, the people who are meant to find this. Hey, the people who are meant to find this at this time. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Talking about unions, talking about connecting. I literally, this cut me off guard. These cards, y'all. Y'all see that? The embrace. The portal that will fit you into your position. Happy solstice. Happy solstice. I literally keep on hearing, where I've carried you, you've gone before. A lot of the times we don't know that sometimes all we need is a pathway lit. A lot of us come in to these spaces to be a lighthouse. I called it the little zapper, y'all. Like back in the day when they had like the little bug zappers that they would sit outside, and this little thing would zap, and you could see the residue of all of the bugs that had came too close to the light and got, got hit, you know, but they would still keep on coming. You could just hear them just continuing to come, and how the light doesn't, how the light supply does not decrease. Spirit, you better speak. Your imagination is far beyond the space. I heard split the deck. Your imagination is far beyond the space that it's been operating. Literally, my breathe. Just take a moment and breathe. 333. If I was off of here, this would be me, y'all. That's how I would be getting that deep, deep, deep diaphragm breath. Okay. Limiting beliefs, y'all. Limiting beliefs. We out of that place. We out of that place. Yeah, the cage didn't have gates or doors. Ashe. And you forgot that you had wings that could fly. You keep on apprehending yourself to broken itch. Is what I heard. You keep on attaching yourself, appendaging yourself to something that has been fixed at a way. I had channeled a message on my own personal reading a couple of days, and I just keep on hearing it. I can do anything. Take a look in a book, reading rainbow, reading rainbow, reading rainbow, reading rainbow. My God. Sometimes your inner child will connect with someone else's inner child, and then y'all adults, y'all adult energy be trying to figure out the why. When I had looked at this a couple of days ago, 551, and this came up in personal message that I was doing, I paid attention to the fact that I put energy on it for some reason. I had made this feminine and masculine for some reason, but I paid attention to how here this energy has its head down and how they seem to be in a state of release and surrender. They hands ain't fixed and held on to nothing. They've just created a heart posture, so it seems, and they've gone within. You can see her head face. They've gone within. This is meditation right here. All right. Some things could look similar but be different. The same, but different. Okay. This energy, he got his hand on his head. He in contemplation. He thinking. He's got a, this is serious, He sees that his inner child is commingling, right? Yet he doesn't feel that he gets to be in the midst of his longing for what is internal within him. And the thing is so dope about us when we dealing with a rape of ourselves is the opportunity and the permission to do so. The permission to be in what? Spirit you better talk. To be in your power. To be in your power. You see that rooted in your power. All right? You see that stance flowing within your power. You right? You see the hands up in surrender in your power. You hear me? So it's like it's one of those things where we get to be past what it is that we thought was, allow ourselves to be open to alchemizing the energy that wasn't beneficial. Okay, get in your alchemy bag. Y'all know what it is. You know how you move shit. You know how you move energy. You've been doing it your whole life. You just wasn't doing it for you. And now you've allowed yourself to be at a rate of integration within yourself, right? And you're learning that the spaces and the environments that you've called forth are now actually going to be, they're actually going to be resources. You coming into resources so you can come back home. 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 You can come back home. Come back home from abandonment, babe. Come back home from that space where you felt like you was alone. You was in the midst of nature. Come back home from the space where you felt like it was like walking on a tightrope in order for you to be able to trust something. Spirit is about to actually reestablish your trust. Spirit about to send some acceptance and create a space where you could recognize in your story, I gave you transformation. In your story, I gave you acceptance. Ooh, in your story, I opened you up to the divine mother so you could be at this rate within oneself to allow yourself to not only see how the Most High loves you, but how love is and it gets to be. Love is and it gets to be. Love is and it gets to be, right? Harboring no ill will, releasing all fear, being in a space of bliss, finally allowing yourself to be eradicated from things that you wanted so badly to stay in the shadow based off of a need, based off of a need to be in this rate of destiny that you felt was meant to be on you because of the safety that you couldn't get from the entanglements that you've had, y'all. Alchemizing the energy and be in this space where you recognize, oh, this connection gave me this. Thank you, love. I release you because we've had our time, you know. It's another song. Oh, goodness gracious. What is that song? It's by Ty Dolla $ign. Do your best to make me happy and keep it going on. It's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. When you have an opportunity, you take your time in this opportunity and you rock that ish, right? You do your best in it because you'll never know how long this opportunity is for. Be in your imagination, be in your grace, and allow yourself to be open to the mercy and make room for the gift and the prayer that you've asked for, and just surrender to the rate of yourself and knowing the truth. Okay, you get to be in forgiveness, you get to be in the allotment of space that you cultivated, and you also get to be in the prayer that's been answered. Peace. I hope y'all have a dope day. Happy solstice. Sorry.